Today's story, titled The King Who Never Lied, takes us to Ethiopia in East Africa, long before modern civilization. In the ancient kingdom of Gondar, there ruled a wise and just king named Gebre. Beloved by his people, King Gebre was known far and wide for one unique quality: he never told a lie. His honesty was legendary, and it was said that even in the trickiest situations, his word could always be trusted. The people of Gondar prospered under his reign, and his court was a place of fairness and truth. Yet, as with all legends, there were those who doubted its truth. One such skeptic was Alamehu, a wealthy merchant from a distant land. Envious of King Gebre's reputation, Alamehu arrived in Gondar with a plan to prove that the king's honesty was nothing more than a myth. Alamehu requested an audience with the king. Dressed in his finest robes, he stood before the throne and bowed deeply. "Your Majesty," he began, "your reputation precedes you. They say you are the king who never lies." Gebre smiled humbly. "That is what my people believe." "I would like to test this claim," Alamehu said, his eyes gleaming with mischief. "If you pass my test, I shall gift you the rarest treasures from my homeland. But if you fail, you must admit to your people that you are no better than any other man." The court gasped at the audacity of the merchant, but King Gebre remained calm. "Very well," he said. "State your challenge." Alamehu grinned. "I shall ask you a question tomorrow morning. Your answer must be the absolute truth, and it must satisfy me." The king nodded. "You have my word." That night, Alamehu devised a plan. He would ask the king to predict his own actions, a question so tricky that no man could answer truthfully. At sunrise, the court gathered in the grand hall, anticipation thick in the air. Alamehu stood before the king, his voice loud and confident. "Your Majesty," he said, "tell me this. What will you do if I claim that you are a liar and that you have lied about something trivial?" The court fell silent. The question was a trap. If the king denied the accusation, Alamehu could argue that he was lying in his denial. If the king admitted to lying, it would shatter his reputation forever. All eyes turned to King Gebre, who sat quietly on his throne. A faint smile played on his lips as he considered the question. After a moment, King Gebre rose to his feet. "Alamehu," he said, his voice calm and steady, "if you claim that I am a liar, I will ask you for proof. And when you cannot provide it, I will forgive you, for I believe even skeptics deserve grace. But the truth is, I will not lie, for it is not in my nature." The merchant's face fell. He had expected anger, denial, or confusion, but instead, the king's response left no room for further argument. The court erupted in applause, and Alamehu had no choice but to bow deeply. "Your Majesty," he said, "you have proven that your honesty is as unshakable as your wisdom. I concede defeat." Word of the king's triumph spread quickly, and the people of Gondar celebrated for days. The merchant, true to his word, gifted the king rare treasures: gold, spices, and precious silks. But King Gebre, ever humble, with the help of his trusted chiefs, distributed the treasures among his people, saying, "Truth and integrity are the greatest riches a ruler can possess." Alamehu, humbled by the experience, remained in Gondar for many years, becoming one of the king's most loyal advisors. King Gebre's reputation as the king who never lied only grew stronger with time. His story became a lesson passed down through generations, teaching that honesty is not just a virtue but a strength that inspires trust and unity. And so, Gondar flourished under the reign of its truthful king, a shining example of how integrity can build a kingdom stronger than any walls of stone. What is the moral of today's story? I will say, honesty is a powerful virtue that earns trust and respect, even in the face of skepticism. It is a tool that helps unite the people. If you appreciate our stories, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a super truthful week.